Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Victoria 2 as Japan. Now, we are still prepping for the inevitable war against Korea, but in the meantime, well, we're going to let our infamy burn off a little, not planning on going to war, and mostly just building up our economy. Now, several people have pointed out that, you know, my people really are getting their needs pretty effectively, so we could probably pump up the taxes. No one's like, well, 2% in the middle class aren't getting their life needs. Well, the lower class is even getting a lot of their luxury needs. So yeah, we're gonna pause and give us a little bit of speed, and then we're gonna just pull this up a little. Ooh, none of their needs. Middle class. There we go. That hopefully is going to equalize a little bit. I'm gonna bring up the class over here, or the taxes over here. Middle class is actually having a little bit of a rough time. And the rich, again, I want them to start building industry and doing that sort of thing, but we may be able to tax them a little more. Just to... There we are. Assuming that stabilizes, we'll pump that up. Oh, maybe not. Middle class seems to be having a little bit of a hard time. It's almost certainly, I'm betting, the artisans that are either getting their goods or not getting their goods. And that's probably not so much of a tax thing. So the thing is, I do want to raise more money. The lower class is doing fine-ish. I mean, who cares about them, right? Who cares about the poor? What could they possibly do to us? So yeah, you can see this sort of like wave up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's almost certainly the artisans. But this is going to give us more money for more factories. So I can't remember what we have. Liquor, right, and wine soon. Canned goods, which... well, it seems to be profitable right now, which is actually surprising. Glass, small arms, cement, furniture, fabric factory. So when the fabric factory finishes, good. We're going to get regular clothes next, which is good. We may also go into luxury goods. And that would include things like the luxury clothing, luxury furniture. And I think that would be a good fit for us, especially as we start producing our own clothing. We are already producing furniture. Now, I can't remember. The luxury furniture... oh, it may not even be an option yet. I'm going to say, doesn't it need tropical wood? And we actually have a local source of that, but apparently we can't build it yet. We can build luxury clothing, which needs clothing and... what is this, like a dye or something like that? Silk, maybe? I hate that you can't mouse over there. Silk, and we actually are producing silk locally. So I think we could make some good money with that. I'm going to go ahead and start it building now. It's going to be built, hopefully not too long, after the others finish off. Let's get that kick started. Boom. And we're mostly focusing on a few of our most populated provinces. You can stop having a national focus. Clerks are good for a variety of reasons. They also help our education, but I don't think having them unemployed is necessarily good. Here, we could probably use some more clerks. Indeed, we can. So let's go and get them here. It's the money bag people. Down here, we could probably use some as well. I don't know if we have any extra foci. No. We only have the 3, right. I think we're going to get more as soon as we finish our tech, which is coming on board very shortly. We have a decision. Oh, we can sign the Geneva Act. Hello. Really? Because we have enough prestige now. Oh, wait, that's the wrong button. Over here. We just have enough bad boy. I guess maybe we had to wait for a year for this to come live. I'm not sure. Yeah, we definitely want to sign this in. It does reduce our maximum military spending by 10%, but I don't think that's actually going to affect us. Whereas we actually lose infamy faster, lose war exhaustion faster, and actually get our organization back. Unless I'm reading one of those stats wrong, it definitely seems like just win, 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 win. And, you know, we gotta sign the Geneva Convention. I mean, come on, it's pretty good. So let's go and do that. Okay, we can still sign it, of course. Yeah, well, let's do that. All right. Cool. So drop a little bad boy. And gives us a little bit more leeway to play, but not really, because if we try to start a war somewhere and the justification gets discovered, then we won't have enough leeway for Korea. Now, we can't go to war yet because, and we're still paused, we want to get, yay, +1 national focus. Okay, we want to get nationalism and imperialism. What's the estimated date on this? So 2 years, 1872. Collectivism, more plurality, all right. So that's good, but the extra foci is actually very nice. So let's get that on board. I think we wanted Osaka to build some clerks. Yes, we do. And what are you losing here? That kind of sucks. Can good. Might be bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down. We may want to stop subsidizing some of these things, but not yet. Right now we've got money to spare, so we'll keep doing that while we continue to establish our economy properly. I think it's time... Oh, we've got some extra points over here. Let's keep bribing the UK. Increase relations. I'm going to do it with the US as well. I'm going to stop worrying about Russia, because I think at some point we'll go to war with Russia, although not yet. All right, you know what? Let's do one more. There we go. Spread the love around just a little bit. And then I was going to do something, and now I can't remember what. Oh, yeah, I think start building a navy. Just start slowly pulling that in. It's going to increase our war score, plus we just sort of generally want it. It's going to be commerce raiders. Ironclads would be handy, but we're not going to have them for a little while. I think there's still time, still room in the world for commerce raiding. Spread these out a little bit. Just increase our fleet size somewhat. Don't want to blow away the markets on steamer convoy parts. Yeah, it's still pretty peaked actually, so we don't want to overspend right now. But a handful more is handy. And of course, we just could start more factories. We could start one in an empty state now. I'm not sure which would be the best. You can't get details on the states in these views. This has got infrastructure, though, so I guess it's going to be a fine place to start building. I'm not sure. Paper looks like it's going to be fairly profitable at this juncture. I mean, we still may be capped on the amount of wood we have available locally, but hopefully we could at least buy some as well. I'm going to start a paper factory. I think we could make some cash out of that. Actually, steamer shipyards. Yeah, let's build some of those. There's going to be a lot of demand for a while yet, including locally. I'm not sure we're going to have the resources necessarily, but we may, so let's give that a try. Throw that in, and then go back to just saving up. So we do have to save up for another year and a half. And actually, we do need to start building the military up soon. We're going to need more transport fleets, which reminds me, where's my transport fleet? Way over here. It's here? Really? I was going to say, didn't I redirect them somewhere else? But I think I didn't save the game after that in my interlude. I think I was going to redirect them here, and it just didn't stick. A lot of people are like, repair your ships. The problem is I don't have... Do I have ports listed here? Can I add ports? The problem is... Oh, there is a naval base here. All right, good. I guess it's the bigger dock. They don't repair at normal, just sort of ports. They need to be actual Navy ports. We don't have one there. Where did we have one? I guess we had one in Osaka. There we are. So you come over here, and hopefully you'll repair. All right, good. So yeah, we're gonna need more transport ships so that we can land more troops over in Korea properly. Why? Okay. Why is Kuala Lumpur first in the list? That's kind of a pain in the ass. Give me my Japanese places first. All right. Now we've got a big navy there. And do we have a rally point? Looks like no. So yeah, I want to have Matsu be a rally point again for all the things. Colonial crisis. And I argue that this present resurgence of a native unrest in the colony is due only to the continued, repeated, and wanton mismanagement of our own officials that our own officials have imposed on the locals. On the locales. For if the purpose of our presence in our far-flung colonies is to uplift and educate, our failure is all the worse when we accomplish the exact opposite. Native militancy is rising in one of our colonies, and reports are reaching Edo that the reason for this surge in violence is several incidents of colonial mismanagement. We can seek to redress the problem by finding scapegoats in the colonial office, but happy bureaucrats might be more important than happy natives in some gone-forsaken colony. I do need bureaucrats over there as well. I can either piss... Wait. Oh, I can piss off bureaucrats in Edo, or give militancy and consciousness in Brunei. I think I'd rather do this. I don't think we've got much of a militancy problem over here. Consciousness is always tricky, but I think it's going to be fine. I'd rather keep the populace over there a little bit more manageable. It may not make much of a difference, I mean. Yeah, let's go this way. So we must seek an effective, honest, and diligent administration. Although, this is really funny. Very concerning, but oh my, it's almost tea time. Cricket later, anyone? I'm very tempted to go that way just because of the answer, but let's go there. I did lose one ship, yeah. Does look like they're reparating, which is nice. Assuming they continue to get supply. Yeah, they're not, I don't know. Got lots of money at least. Building ships, everything is going well. We can probably, well, I don't know about maxing out the speed. We probably could though, and or should. I want more naval bases, to be honest. We might end up wanting naval bases like everywhere, I'm not sure. Okay, ships being built quickly. Still due to, now it's due to be done in May of 1872. Again, we want to actually. Oh right, we have to wait until this is done before we can start justifying a war. As soon as we start the war justification, we're going to pump out 1 million troops, maybe slightly before. More social reform desire. We're up to 20 research. Go us. Yeah, we still need a lot more clerks, but we'll work our way up. Speaking of, we have a few excess clerks now. We will need a few more later on, but that's okay for now. Here, clerks, we could use a few more in Edo. So let's cancel this one and do some clerks in Edo. Nagoya can still keep using. Well, it's mostly at balance, but it's about to finish a small arms factory, so that's okay. We've got three things up here. Clerks, I could use a tiny bit more, but it's basically in a happy balance. You know what? I'm going to remove this focus, and I can use it somewhere else. And we need both things here, so they're still working up. All right. So we've got an extra focus we could use. Now, I don't think... What I would like to do is set a focus here for more bureaucrats, but I don't know if that's going to work exactly the way we want. I'll do it anyway. Bureaucrats. Because there's some important stuff with bureaucrats over here, but it has to be of the right culture or something to that effect. I'm not sure, so I'm not 100% that it's going to work properly for us. Most of the people are here Malay. 11% are Japanese. It's kind of starting to work. Mostly laborers. And yeah, we can't build railroads anywhere over here. It's just not developed enough, I don't think. Yeah, mountains, hills, yeah. Is this one flat? It is too. All right. You know what? I'm gonna go and do that where I can, which is not gonna be most places. There we are. All right, unpause. Keep going. What do we got finished here? Small arms factory. Fantastic. And the year's almost up. We will probably start maxing our military now. It's going to be a bit of a balancing act to get it exactly right. Okay. Let me pause for a sec. So, oh, we can even build dragoons at this point. You know what? We're going to build a handful of those. I'm going to try to build a little bit of a mixed, balanced army. Okay, that's good. We'll throw in some... engineers are mostly for forts, and I'm not sure that we're going to face a lot of forts. Artillery is going to be supremely valuable. Okay, and then a whole lot of infantry. In fact, some of this infantry is going to be built other places. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's all going to be on the mainland or on like Okinawa or something, which would be fine. So let's just get as much infantry as we can piled in there. So that's going to sink our budget quite a bit, but I think it'll recover once they get built up. Because right now it's the just the national stockpile. We're spending tons and tons and tons on these goods. We have finished our small arms factory though, so at least we're producing some of it in-house. Hopefully. We can also afford to go into debt for a little while. We may not need the full complement of armies, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, we're almost there. Oh, now it's going to be the 22nd of April, and we are very, very, very close. So lots of construction. Most of the ships are done. We will we'll just stockpile that. Try to sell it. There we go. +1 national focus. Reduce the minimum life rating required to colonize, which is good. War justification efficiency, which is nice. You are allied with the Chinese Empire. The Chinese Empire is cordial with the United States. Friendly with Russia. It's a bit of a problem. We're going to increase relations with Russia a little bit. They might butt in, although once I build up my military here, I may hit a great power status, and that might help. But it's possible Russia will declare war on us, which is good that we have a fort over here. We don't have a fort? I thought I was going to build a fort here. Damn it. Okay, get one built, and then we're going to stick an army over there as well. It's not a great army, but it's an army. We'll put you there. You guys join up. Yeah, definitely stay there, though. You are fully repaired. Good. Come over here. And we have another navy way down here, which is fully repaired. Wonderful. Okay, stick those there, and we can probably hit play again. All right. Oh, wait, no, we finished our research, which means we have yet to declare or justify our war with Korea. Hopefully, this will work now. Justify war. Damn it! All that time. We concede territory all that time, and we can't actually do the protectorate. I think they changed things, guys. I think people kept saying this is the way to do it, but I don't think that's there. That's just because we're not a great power, but I don't think it is. Straight up conquest, but we've got too much bad boy for that now. Secede territory to form a colonial concession. So we might have to do this as a pair of wars. Get some territory, maybe add some war goals, take them down to a single state, and then try to go for the protectorate at that point. I mean, these would be 5-year truces. I don't know. Well, we'll start justifying that. I almost feel like I should just end this video one more time here and then just get another sanity check from people. But oh well. Alright, technology. So I think getting the second level here, or the third level of tech rate, is probably pretty important. There's a lot of other things I really want. Like, I would love to go down here and get some of these prestige things, although there's still some shared prestige to get from some of them. Quite a few, actually, but I think this bonus research point is just super key to get as quickly as possible. Even though it only affects my base research, which is not actually all that high. The base research is only 6.2. So add another 50% is just an extra 3, so it brings us from 20 to 23. I mean, it's still good, obviously, don't get me wrong, but it's not quite as dramatic as you would initially expect. So we still have a national focus left. Yeah, well, the efficiency's going up. I guess, you know what, we'll encourage some bureaucrats over here as well. See how that goes. And build up our army. Expansionism. Okay. It's detected. I mean, unless I needed one of those inventions, that would be kind of a pain in the ass. Oh well. It's been done. We're going to go for concessions instead. I mean, we did really help our economy quite a bit in the meantime here. I'm a little worried about Russia getting involved here, simply because of this chain reaction stuff. But what can we do? We can keep talking to Russia. Keep increasing relations. See if that helps. I'm not sure that it will. But we'll do what we can. Yeah, fort's going to take forever. Because Russia can come in through here is the concern. They may also have much better ships than I do. That would also be kind of bad. Okay, I'm going to move some of these to Hiroshima. There we go. Alright, we can demand, I think, just one territory. But we can go to war now. Combine together. Move these guys up here. And we'll get them on board in a second here. Their organization actually kind of sucks, but yeah. Okay, we can load everyone on here, which is pretty amazing. Pick the ships, move them out to sea. Alright, and now we declare war. Yeah, we can keep adding things on there, but declare war, demand concession, and what do we want? Because I think we can only ask for one. Yeah. We can only ask for one. And it's not going to be the Seoul state, so we probably want Gwangju, because it's the closest to us. We'll still want to march on Seoul just to increase our war score, but we're gonna take this province to the south. Although their good province is the one to the north, but that is going to be a little difficult. Well, we don't necessarily have to take the province itself. We can probably do damage to Korea anywhere and gain war score, and that would be enough. Because this is the one I really want. Is that possible? Can I ask for Pyongyang? You know what? Let's do it. I mean, there's no reason to be meek, right? Alright, well, we don't get much prestige out of it. We only need 24 war score, which isn't much, and we can probably add more. The big question is, who gets involved in this war? So far, it's just us. I don't know if anyone else is going to jump in there. Oklahoma. See, the United States is asking for more concessions. Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Arkansas, Costa Rica. Yeah, I think the CSA is going to finally collapse. All right, so we'll drop all the troops there. It looks like just one war right now. And what we should do is... we can't create a new unit. Maybe until they drop off the troops. There you go. We want to split off our warships. All the commerce raiders. We'll leave the frigates as a token force with these guys. Balance. Balance. I think we've got 4 Cs. We actually have more than that. Who haven't I selected? You. So you're going to go here. And you guys are going to split up. Okay, the big group can go straight for Seoul. The small group can stay where it is. We'll see what happens. Okay, our war is still solo against Korea. I don't think anyone else is coming in at this point, which is very, very, very comforting. You know what? I'll split off the frigates just so that I can keep someone in this sea, and then grab my transport troops, my transport ships, and just reland them. Alright, let's see. Can we add war goals? Yes. And we're going to be able to continue to add war goals. Good. I want them to concede everything. We do have to worry about our infamy just a tad. What? Wait, what? Korea landed troops here? Really? Now these are probably irregulars, right? So my infantry should be able to defeat them? I hope. Wow, I did not see that coming. Yeah, they're running away. Can I catch them? They're in the mountains. It's going to be pretty defensible, but I think... Yeah, we're much, much better armed. I should actually slow down the game a little. And up here, how are we doing? We still have them surrounded. I can't believe they have troops over there. Did we claim that already? Good. Alright, now let's just split these guys up then. Alright, you guys head south. And there. Alright. And after you guys take Seoul, we're going to go and smash some armies. So if I go here and add a war goal, and add another concession, we're going to gain 5 more infamy right off the bat, which will bring us to just under the bad boy limit. I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, 24.91. So we're just under the bad boy limit. Alright, so we're going to be able to take everything except their main state, which is going to be fine. This ends up costing us a lot of infamy, but it's going to be worthwhile. As the soldiers depart from lodgings and barracks to go off, as young men are wont to do, to fight and bleed in this great age, or in the Great War, great age, their closed marching columns are saluted on their ways by women and children of all ages, standing along roadsides and on railway stations, sending them off with kisses and smiles and decorating their weapons with flowers. Aww. Let's not overextend. 5% more in favor of jingoism, lose war exhaustion. Alright. We're in it to win it. Well, what is my war exhaustion? Is there a way for me to find that out? Now, the war's just started, so I don't really expect to have much exhaustion. I think I'm going to go for more jingoism, because jingoism is actually really good for our general sort of idea. Jingoism is the idea that, like, the world is out to get us, therefore we're going to get them first. To, you know, put it, you know, overly simplistically. Yeah, I'm going to go for this. Okay, we are now out of money. And incredibly, incredibly in debt. So our military expenses are just through the roof, so we're going to start taxing the crap out of people. We got to pay for a war here, guys. Now, going into debt isn't the end of the world. We can support some debt for a little while, but we're going to try to minimize it. Where are you running off to? Back to Api? Alright, we're going to follow you there. Excellent. Crush you there. Continue to crush over here. Actually, speaking of crushing. You know what? I'm not going to try to engage their forces necessarily, or am I? Maybe I am. I think I should be able to win this. It sucks if they get reinforcements here. Oh, good, more troops. You guys combine. You guys jump on board. You ships come over here. That'll do. There we go. Caught them out here in Seoul. We've discovered separatism. Ooh. I don't know if that's good for us. Vaccination, less attrition, which is really quite strong. Excellent. These guys are still alive. They're going back over there. All right. Well, we'll make sure to crush them nice and good. Got a few troops over there, which is fine. We've got them surrounded here, which is fine. How much war score do we need for everything? We need 67. All right. Plus probably a little bit more. We might have to take them over completely just to lock them all in. That's going to be fine. We should win this battle pretty handily, I think. They have some reinforcements coming in. Okay. Select you guys. Grab these troops. See if we can't land a big assault group over there. Yeah, they're just going to try to reclaim those provinces. They're actually not looking to fight us directly. They're going to Wonju? Oh, they're going there. All right, we might have to do a pincer move. You guys... Oops, I did not pause. That's unfortunate. Go there and there. Let's just crush that army completely. And down here, okay, these guys are fine. Let's move you back over this way. They're actually like blockading me. It's so ridiculous. I'm a random commerce raider. I wonder if we can beat these guys. I'm not sure. I might just lose another battle over here. They have clipper transports. Oh, okay, so that should go our way. Let's watch the big battle over here. So they're completely overrun. We win. They are going to be able to run somewhat here. I guess we'll chase them with both groups. Although our smaller army, you know what we're going to do? We're going to split off a small chunk and go here. And you know what? We've got lots left. We've got a huge army, so these guys can go to Busan. And my transport ships can head back over to Matsu. Lovely. And over here, the sea battle. I think we're going to win. Stop them from blockading us, which would be nice. Oh, I guess I can... I can't really do this, which is stupid. All right. Okay, good. Won that. Now these armies are still moving. They're going to Wonsan. Actually, do I even need to bring everyone at this point? Let's not. Let's break off Dragoon and an infantry. And the rest can go over here. We're going to have to clean these guys up at some point as well, but... There we go. Finally crushed that completely. And we can take this, create new unit, balance. I'm going to take a couple back here. Just to make sure we got a nice big stack to go and crush those guys over there. All right. Feels good. I think we've got this. Man, we had just enough bad boy to pull this off. Holy cow, I was lucky. And you are going to run out of places to run, buddy. There we are. We actually have really, really bad organization right now. All that fighting, all that attrition. We're still going to win this. You're going to Kaesong. All right. So we can leave a couple more people behind, especially the most hurt. Something like that. Grab the big group and go over here. Keep chasing them down. Long ass sea battle. All right. But we are going to win it completely. And war score wise, we're getting up there. Oh, there's a little tag underneath it to say where we need to be. Good. Oh, you know what I should do is America. Oh, the war's over. But they didn't actually take everything. I guess they're going to go and do another go at some point. All right. Well, the longer the CSA lives, the better it is for me. Stop bleeding money. We are taxing the crap out of our populace, but we have stopped bleeding money. The populace is not totally miserable. Again, the middle class is the worst off. But, you know, that's pretty standard, right? Politicians are okay with screwing the middle class. You can go there. They will offering us the following terms. They would give up 2 regions. But we want all 3, so no. No thanks. We should have just gone full conquest, but we'll come back. We'll come back and grab everything else in 5 years. We'll come back for Seoul in 5 years after the truce ends. We've got the most valuable territory anyway. I don't know. There might be higher population there, which means it has some value, but other than that, not terribly important. Battle of Incheon. Down here as well. Alright, good. Let's go and blow these guys up. They've got, like, bad supply down here anyway. They're never going to last. They'll probably just sink anyway, but I want the extra war score. Damn it. little bit of a fight there, which we'll easily win. I wasn't even going there to fight them. I was just going there to take over the province. I don't think I'm going to bother chasing. More war score. Yeah, what the hell, let's chase. Not still building military, am I? Let's cancel this commerce raider. I don't have that kind of money. And this extra infantry. One, two. Decline. We're going to get there. We're very, very close to everything. Okay, you're done. You can actually, we're going to split you in two. Grab one, go to Pyongyang. Hello. Apparently I don't have them selected right. Okay, we'll send you two there and then one group over here. And you're done, so you can go this way. There we are. 1, 2, 3. All three regions that we were looking for. This is what we're going to pick up. Just in case... I can't save right now, can I? I'm just worried in case I did this wrong. If I'm reading this wrong. Pyongyang, starting one... No, this got to be right. Alright, I accept. Bam! And now we have many, many, many more territories. Which is going to help our budget considerably now that we're not actively at war. I want to build a line of forts along the north here. I'm actually a little unsure, because I want to defend against China and Russia, right? So I could build 3 sets of forts in these 3 provinces, or I could pull back one notch and just build forts in Pyongyang and Hamhung. So I'd only have to build half as many forts. If there comes to a war, my military would be much more concentrated in just 2 provinces instead of 3. It would mean they'd be able to lay siege to all 3 of these, but, you know, at least that'll keep them busy until I reorganize my troops and launch counterattack. So I'm not entirely sure why I want to build a defensive line. I'm going to end this video here, so you guys let me know. I'm going to start paying back my loans right away so we can knock down our interest payments. And at that point, after I've done that, I'll start lowering taxes. But yeah, the taxes, they're still doing okay. Now our economy will recover quite fantastically now that we have peace. And yeah, we will start building some of these things. Once we've got some money, that's all we need. We can build some railroads and forts and things over here. So, good. Another successful war. There's just a tiny sliver of Korea left. We'll come back and pick it up later. I completely guarantee once the peace wears out. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.